Hello, we're Group 11 and our program is called Cook the Habit, and it is a program to decrease obesity levels among low socioeconomic status individuals in the City Heights community. Obesity rates are particularly increased among low-income individuals throughout the nation. This relationship proves evident in the community of City Heights. The prominence of fast food restaurants and lack of whole, organic foods have been determined to be a major contributor of obesity in City Heights. Therefore, our goal is to reduce the rate of obesity in low socioeconomic status individuals in the City Heights community between the ages of 18 and 30. We will do this using process evaluation and formative evaluation. Our process evaluation consists of questions such as: are participants using their nutritional and culinary knowledge learned from the classes in their daily lives? And are all 60 participants attending their culinary sessions? Our formative evaluation consists of questions: what factors of the program are least effective in educating the low-income population of City Heights on the benefits of making better nutritional choices to reduce obesity? And what would be the most effective form of outreach for the target population?
For our conceptual model, we use the trans-theoretical model stages of change. Our health outcomes to reduce risk for obesity-related chronic diseases among low socioeconomic status in City Heights within the year for all participants. Our impact outcomes are to hold 3 culinary sessions per week, consisting of 60 low-income participants in the area, to increase the understanding about the growing risk of obesity on individuals' long-term health through weekly nutrition classes for all 3 groups, and to increase the number of healthy choices in establishments, such as restaurants and grocery stores, by 10% by the end of the year. We will utilize the trans-theoretical model to target behavior change in these individuals. This theory will be beneficial in addressing the obesity problem because it acknowledges that individuals move through a series of behaviors when attempting to modify a behavior, and that change is a process that unfolds over time. Our research design is a non-experimental evaluation design where there's going to be a pre-test, the intervention, and the post-test. We are providing an intervention for low socioeconomic status individuals in City Heights and therefore do not need a control or comparison group. They are their own baseline, and we will be comparing the change based on their own measurements. We will also observe all the different variables that play a role in the participants' eating habits and determine their effect on the participants' BMI in order to determine a relationship between income and health. Here are some advantages and disadvantages.
We gathered people to participate in Cook the Habit by using convenient sampling. One of our methods was social media, such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We also handed out flyers and asked people who wanted to participate to contact us. Lastly, we partnered with City Heights Farmers Markets and New Roots Community Farm to send people who wanted to participate our way.
We are going to measure our main independent variables by gender, in which we will use mode to determine whether most participants are male or female. Additionally, our median age will be 25 years old, and we will measure the range of races that will vary from Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, and African American. Our dependent variables will primarily focus on self-reported BMI change using questionnaires, assessments, and surveys. Our main outcome is to reduce obesity. In our questionnaires, we will ask, the last time it was checked, what was your BMI? The response to this question will be a ratio. In addition, we will also be working with categorical and ordinal responses.
We chose a t-test to measure the difference in BMIs between males and females, as well as to determine the overall success of our intervention. Prior to our intervention, males had an average BMI of 27.1, while females had an average BMI of 25.6. In the completion of the intervention, male BMI dropped to 25.9, while female BMI dropped to 24.7. We also used a t-test to determine the amount of fast food consumption prior to and after our intervention. Prior to our intervention, 51 participants out of 60 said yes to consuming fast food 3 times per week. During our post-test surveys, this number dropped to 39. Lastly, we used the chi-square test to determine the amount of participants that made home-cooked meals 3 or more times a week. In relation to our original objectives and evaluation questions at the completion of our program, we found that individuals who completed the program have a greater understanding of the growing risk of obesity on their long-term health. Individuals who attended all of their culinary sessions adopted healthier cooking methods at home, and individuals who have successfully completed the program have a decreased BMI from before the start of the program. These findings mean that our program was slightly successful. Adopting a healthier cooking plan led to participants in decreasing their BMI rates in fast food consumption. This means that the nutrition seminars and cooking classes increase the participants' knowledge about getting healthy.
From our results, we saw that the average BMI rate for the men participants, 1.1, was relatively higher than their female counterparts of 0.9. As for fast food, the results indicated that there was a slight decrease in participants eating fast food 3 times a week. Lastly, for home-cooked meals, the results of the table concluded that the participants were still eating out more than they were cooking at home. Although our participants were well informed of the long-term health effects of their diet, we've come to the conclusion that our program was only slightly successful in terms of encouraging participants to make more nutritional home-cooked meals. We would still like to see a more drastic change in eating habits. However, there are various limitations that constrain the program's success. After the completion of our program, we found that some major limitations included insufficient funding, no transportation, not being able to control participants' meal choices outside of the program, lack of time, lack of participation, poor attendance to culinary nutrition classes, and most importantly, not being able to follow up with participants because surveys are voluntary.
Listed below are our references. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.